Okay, welcome to lecture 8. I'm going to teach you about phonetics and phonemic analysis. So in this lecture, we're going to learn about the various phonological concepts used in phonology and phonetics. So our objectives of this lesson is that by the end of this lecture, you should be able to distinguish between broad and narrow transcription. You should be able to differentiate between phonetic and phonemic analysis and explain a phoneme, and a allophone. So let's start with the phonetic and phonemic analysis. So phonetic analysis deals with the sounds articulated and how they are influenced by various attributes during their production. So it focuses on the distinctive features, meaning the distinguishing, and the non-distinctive features of a sound. But the phonemic analysis deals with the various phones realized or evident in a word. It is also a phonological analysis and only deals with the distinctive features of a sound. So we have the phoneme. So a phoneme is an abstract meaning distinguishing unit. So it can also be used to be a target sound. So a phoneme can be vocalic or consonantal. For example, we have P, B, A, D, and M. Do and So an essential property of a phoneme is that it functions contrastively. So when we could substitute one sound for another in a word and end up with a change in meaning, those sounds are said to be phonemes. So phonemes are whereby we substitute one sound for another in a word and they end up with a change in meaning. For example, sip, zip, fine becomes vines. When you substitute F to V, it becomes vine. When you substitute S to Z, it becomes zip. Then the phone is the physical realization of a phoneme. So it's the physical realization of a phoneme. So it is enclosed with square brackets and considered more concrete than a phoneme. For example, p and a. It is not meaning distinguishing. So that one is a phone. So but an allophone, there are various variants of a phoneme. So the different phones derived from similar phoneme makes up the allophones. So they are enclosed in square brackets like T, Th, and T and W. So those are enclosed in a bracket. So those ones are allophones and they are the various variants of a phoneme. So let's go to the complementary distribution. So this occurs when two words occur in the same environment. So the variants of P sounds are the first one aspirated when it occurs in an initial position like fort or pan. So or han. So those are the variants of P sound. So unaspirated is when it occurs in the final position like spin and span. Then I realize is when it occurs in the final position like stop. Then the f and the p are said to be complementary distribution, as one phone can be used in places of others without creating without creating meaning difference or different meaning. So let's go to the free variation. Free variation occurs when two sounds can be used interchangeably without meaning change in the words. So this means that the free variants can occur in the same environment. For example, issue and economics or economics. So there are two variants. So that one is a free variance. Then let's go to the minimal pairs. Minimal pairs, when a group of words are differentiated, each one from the other by changing one phoneme, always in the same position, we have a minimal set like big, wig, dig, rig, fig and pig. So that one is our minimal set. Then we have the broad and the narrow transcription. So distinction can be made between the production of phoneme transcriptions and phonetic transcriptions. So when phoneticians transcribe an utterance, they usually do so by noting how the sounds convey differences in meaning. So they concern themselves with describing the significant articulations rather than the total set of movements of the vocal organs. So for example, the English word top will be transcribed as tap. So as a plosive, so it's a T is a plosive. So and the voice is alveolar. Then P is a plosive also, but the voice is labial. So that one is a narrow description. Then let's go to the next one. We have each phoneme. So each phoneme has been given only one phonetic symbol. So the same T symbol could be used in transcribing top and stop. So we represent both the aspirated and the aspirated T with the same symbol because the two varieties never have the function of keeping apart different words in English. So it is not a functional difference, it is a phonetic difference and not a phonological or a phonemic difference. So it is a phonetic difference. So broad transcription is a phonemic dealing with distinctive features only. So a narrow transcription is phonetic dealing with both distinctive and non-distinctive features. So it deals with both distinctive and the non-distinctive features. So let's go to the phonemic analysis. So phonemic analysis or what was motivated by the several considerations, including one, a need to overcome the massive detail that ever narrows description provides, a practical need to create alphabetical system appropriate for a given language. Then I believe that people have a psychologically real notion of the sounds of their language in fashion that corresponds to the phonemes and not to the fonts. A recognition that there are constancies across dialects that involve subjects more than abstracts, and then more than abstracts than sounds. So these objects are phonemes. So those objects are phonemes. So make sure that you go to the discussion forums. Make sure that you go and answer those questions, discuss those questions in the discussion forum, and you make sure that you go through you go through the notes and make sure that it is well understood. So that's our lesson on that's the end of our lesson on phonetic and phonemic analysis. Thank you.